Hey everybody, it's Kathy Braxton from Improv for Caregivers, and today I'm coming to you about a question that was posted on Reddit. Yay, keep posting those questions, specifically about the move-in process, and even more specifically about how long do you let your loved one kind of acclimate to their new environment before you revisit. So the question posed was, is a month too long? I think so. I think a month's a long time, right? There's only 12 months in a year. Typically, in my experience and with what I do every day, I typically recommend that a family kind of hang back for about a week. And if they seem hesitant to that time frame, I just say, okay, then how about just a couple days? Can we just buy a couple days? And I typically say that because when a family is there, sometimes a resident will be more hesitant to be social and kind of stretch out of their this new comfort zone that they're introduced to and meet and socialize with people. But also it helps the staff learn about that resident, sleep patterns and preferences and things that they want to eat and this kind of thing. And it really kind of helps them just kind of dive into that new space. It almost as if you're dropping your kid off at camp and you're like, you're going to have to figure this out because I can't be here all the time. In a way, that sort of is it. But you need to remember that we're kind of like those camp counselors there. We're going to help support and make sure your loved one feels secure. So I would say a month is a little excessive. Anywhere from a couple days to a week, I think, is a good time frame to give somebody an opportunity to learn not only about your resident, but then have your resident kind of learn and start to get a little familiar with the staff. I also just want to hit a little bit more on that move-in process, and I made some notes. Questions to ask, when you're in this move-in process, ask what types of items you can bring in. Each facility, each building is a little bit different. They may have some regulations, electrical things, right? Like, can I bring in a mini fridge? Are you letting me use extension cords? These types of things are kind of important to ask because most likely a lot of you are trying to move your family member in and make them feel as home-like, as comfortable as possible. So definitely hit on that, but ask what can you bring in and then what is discouraged to bring in. Also, if this is something that comes up or is not addressed during your move-in process, make sure you ask about the laundry services. If you're taking the facility up on having them do the laundry for you, ask them what their procedure is. Missing clothing is a hot and heavy topic that happens in long-term care. I can't even keep my own laundry straight, let alone match socks. So it's amazing how well laundry typically does get done in a facility of like 100 to 200 people. So think about that first. You got to enter in with that mind and go, how well do you do your own laundry? Because items are going to get missed. Items are going to get lost, right? We're going to have a lost and found. So be mindful of that. Ask them what their procedure is. A lot of times, if the facility is going to do the laundry, they're going to want your clothes to be tagged with your loved one's name on it. How long does that process take? I can guarantee you it doesn't just take 2 hours. Okay, the turnaround time minimal is 24 hours. It could last even longer depending on how large the building is. So ask them, how long is the turnaround before my mom or dad get their clothing back? And if it's a couple days, what are you doing in the interim? Are you going to bring in some kind of wash and wear and toss away and not care about clothes from, Goodwill or Walmart or Target or whatever? Are you going to write name in with Sharpie? Think about this type of stuff. If you're doing the laundry, make sure that they post somewhere that family does laundry because items can get lost. And in regards to items getting lost, be mindful that items of all kinds, clothing and other things, walk away. They grow legs and they find different homes within a memory care unit. Be mindful of that. Know that that's what you're going into. That's the lifestyle now that you're going to have to embrace. And if you can let go of your own personal agenda, that it's mom's stuff and mom has to have it in her room, no matter what, you're going to do nothing but just create so much frustration for yourself. So with other items that you're bringing in, really great photos of mom and dad when they're on their wedding day, make copies of them. Right? Go to an Office Max, an Office Depot, get a really nice color copy, even if they're black and white, beautiful pictures. Put it in a nice frame, right? Frames aren't that expensive, but keep the originals at home. right? The nice shiny ring, replace it with another nice shiny ring, that you can find for 12 bucks. Don't leave her or him without things that feel valuable, right? But be mindful that it will and could disappear and walk away, because another friend who lives next door to them might find that nice shiny ring pretty interesting and would want to wear it herself. So be mindful of that. Replace different items. Never just take away, right? Replace with something that makes more sense. And then always, when we're wanting to make somebody's room really comfortable, blankets, decorations, things like that, hanging things on walls, those are really nice additions and touches. But again, ask the facility, what are the stipulations? Can I hang stuff on the wall? Do I have to wait for maintenance to come in and, with the nail and the hammer and do that kind of stuff? And what is the procedure for that? I know these seem like tiny little nitpicky things, but I would say when the move-in process is occurring, when you're armed and ready with all of these concepts already in place, it won't feel so stressful for you. And then those couple days to a week when you are separated from your loved one, you're taking a deep breath going, I did the best I could to make the space for them as comfortable as possible. And when we rejoin, it's going to be so that we can create moments of joy and not just have moments of frustration. So I'm hopeful that this video has helped you, and I will have a link to my Reddit account and my email in the description. Please reach out to me at r/dementia or email me at improv for the number 4 caregivers with any questions you have. Again, thanks again, and keep those questions coming.